round, 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 round. Good girl. Good afternoon, everybody. This is for the people who decided to keep learning physics for the rest of the year. Please enjoy yourselves. All right, get out. Go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing circular or rotational motion. There is not a difference between the two, except that I use different variables for each one of those things just to identify what you're going to be doing. Everything we have been doing linearly is converted now into circular or rotational motion. Circular or rotational motion is for any object that is spinning on an axis. If it is on the axis, you have particular points that are moving around that axis. The axis is your frame of reference for the motion. You are not having the axis move. All points are moving around that axis. The axis is your reference point. Fair enough? Now, I need my eraser, man. Thank you. Here, come here. This is my wonderful assistant for today. This is my lovely dog. All right, get out. So here's the deal. When we're talking about rotational motion, you are going to be talking about different variables. Rotational motion, you're going to have theta, you're going to have omega, I call it wombo, and then you're going to have alpha, which I call Jesus fish. Don't do that. So theta, omega, and alpha. This stuff is just stuff that you should have learned in trigonometry. In trig, you dealt with radians. This is what we are dealing with now when you're talking about rotational motion. Okay? So, if you have something that is going in a circle, my circles are usually better, but I'm at different frame of reference here. If you have something going in circular motion, that dot goes and travels a certain distance. We're going to call that distance S. That is the arc length of the circle, or of the object's motion. When it moves to a different position, it is going to travel at an angle. It's going to change its angle, which means it's going to travel a certain distance, which is corresponding to the arc length. Okay? Obviously, this is your axis, this is your set point. That is going to be from a certain radius away from your axis. So here's your axis. This is the radius, the distance from the center, and then the S is the curvature that you're moving along the circle at a particular angle. Are we good with that? I don't know why I'm asking someone that's not going to respond, but I'm just used to doing that. So, you are going to have a change of theta that is equal to change of S,
Come.
change of S over a certain radius. My dog can do it, you can do it. I need my eraser. So given that, all right, there you go. Given that, we're going to now convert radians. Hopefully you know this conversion for radians. It's going to be theta in radians is equal to pi over 180 degrees. Again, hopefully you have learned this in trig. Although if you had weeks as a teacher, you might have to review that a little bit. So here is your conversion from radians to degrees, degrees to radians. Either way, you just solve, go back. Here's what we are now going to discuss. The only thing you need to do is you are going to convert all the linear equations into the rotational equations. Here, Avery.
What?
Do something constructive. There you go. You're taking that, you're going to erase it. Don't drop it. Don't mess it up. So as we said before, you have wombo. This is for the rotational motion now. And I'm still whistling as I draw. You have alpha. And you have theta. So, wombo, or omega, is your angular speed. I don't like it. I don't like it. We're not going to use angular speed. We're going to say angular velocity. Alpha is your angular acceleration, hence alpha. And theta, that essentially is the displacement. This is your angular displacement. So those are the variables we are using. We are just converting linear variables to rotational variables. Now, this was given to me by my lovely daughter Audrey. My fanny pack is to hold all my pretty colors. I need the eraser.
Ooh.
All right, we good?
Yep.
So this is what you're going to have to know. We started off with 4 kinematic equations. Kinematic equations. In the linear category, everything we have been doing up to this point, here are your equations. You have, what do you have? Distance equals 1/2 VI plus VF over T, or times time. Hopefully, I think we first started it off as the change of X. Remember, everything's changing here. That's number 1. Number 2, you are going to have the change of X is equal to, what is this? VI times T plus half Z AT squared. Number 3, VF equals VI plus AT, and then you have number 4, VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD.
D.
It's D or change of X. I change them every once in a while. I guess to keep everything consistent, we'll say change. That's not, no. Change of X. So now, for your rotational equations, all you're doing, substituting wombo, Jesus fish, and theta in for, don't say wombo and Jesus fish when you go to college. It's omega and alpha. You're converting these guys into the angular motion. So now you're going to have change of wombo equals half Z. No, that's not right. Sorry, I never mess up. Change of theta equals half Z wombo I plus wombo F times T. You have change of theta equals wombo initial times time. Time is the same in both cases. Time doesn't change. Well, actually, it's always changing, but alpha T squared. Hopefully you get the picture. Wombo F equals wombo I plus alpha T, and then wombo F squared equals wumbo I squared plus 2 alpha change of theta. You were doing the same calculations, just converting linear motion now into rotational motion when you do these problems. We all right with that? Everyone say yes, we understand, Mr. Shaw. Great. Okay, so some things that you have to know. Axis. Pretty good circle.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good circle. Whoop. Radius. Whoop. Theta. Doot, 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 doot. We're going to have S1, initial S, final S. That is your arc length distance right here, or the point in which you are traveling. So, here's basically what you have to know. You have to realize that when you have any object, wait. Colorful. Any object on the radial line traveling at an angle. Whoa, that looks too straight. Hold on.
Dad.
Eraser. Sorry, my bad, homies. Eraser. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. You have to realize it's like being on a merry-go-round. If you are traveling in a circle, these points are going to travel the same angle at precisely the same time. That means that as they travel along, and track people should be aware of this. If not, then you're probably a little slow. You have to realize that if these are traveling the same angle or the same angular value and the same time, you have to realize that this displacement on the outer part of the circle is greater than the displacement on the inner part, which means the velocity of this guy is going to be faster than the velocity of the other. Okay, we all right with that? So, demonstration.
Use your fanny pack.
Demonstration.
No, put the marker back here.
Sorry. Where's my book? There. We got it. Okay, now you have to pick up the phone. Avery?
What?
No. You're coming with me.
Oh. Go. Oh, come on.
All right, come on. Go inside. So, hold the thing. So we're going to pretend like we're on a merry-go-round. Point 1, point 2, inner point, outer point. Our tree is the axis, the rotational axis. So as we go around this rotational point, we are going at the same exact angle at precisely the same time. However, since she has a smaller circle, she is moving slower than what I am moving if we go to the starting point at precisely the same time. She always has been a little slow, but that's okay. We're done. Homework time. Here are some problems that you can do to practice this stuff. We are not going to be concerned about this except for today. We are going to move into what I call circular motion, and we do tangential speeds and tangential accelerations. But I want you to be able to do these problems. I am going to give you some problems to do on your own. With those problems, I am also going to give you the answers so you can check yourselves. It's from a book. I will attach them along with this video on email and send them to you. I would like them to be done by Monday so we can try to carry on. Thank you, everybody.
You have to show Puppy.
Bye. Right, go. Ready?
Yeah.
Physics, brought to you by me, my dog, and my lovely assistants, Audrey and Avery.
Melody